That's not good. Fuck. The crack goes all the way around. I don't know what we can do about this. Okay, so it's measured it. We may have enough meat left to be able to grind the crack out and forge it back straight again. Okay, I think I got through the cracks. I don't know if we can salvage the tang, but we're through the cracks at the very least. So it's actually currently the same day that I finished filming, or that I did the filming for part 3. No, wait. I'm an idiot. Part 4. I'm an episode behind in my brain. I just finished the filming for part 4 today. Although it's much later right now. It's like, let's say it's 7:37 right now, and it's raining. Anyway, so if you watched part 4, you of course you'll be well aware of the great big catastrophe that ended up turning up, that being the crack that was right there and right there. But that one was the really big dangerous one because it went the whole way around. Anyways, as I was sitting on my couch with one of the cats, I had a bit of an idea. I want to see if I lay the grinding guide out on top of the blank. I want to see if that little notch is infringing at all, because if it isn't, then that means I can just forge this little bit of meat down right here the rest of the way, and then that means that will be to length and all that, and I can just grind the rest of it to shape and have no more risk of cracking and ruining this this sword. I'm just now coming to the realization that this is probably the wedding gift with the highest amount of labor put into it ever given. So yeah, let's just line this up. Ooh. 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 Here's a little tip: if you don't own a pair of calipers, a compass works just fine, as long as you have a ruler to measure in between the spiky bits. This may be a very odd position if you can even see me, but I guarantee you it's for a good reason. Here, I'll give you some insight into my predicament. So, the problem is that right there and that right there. If we try and get a better look, you can see it's a pretty damn big gouge, and it goes pretty far through as well. It's only about an 1/8 inch thick. So, yeah. My predicament here is, so if we measure from, if you measure from there to across from it, it's about 1/8 to 1 1/4 inches. So I'm not too worried about this one right here. I can fix that. That one's the real issue though, because it's too thin. I don't want that to be included in the tank itself, because then the big weak point that may snap off while the blade's in use. So my thinking here is, I may be able to grind this out, or I'm able to do something fancy with a grinder or something, and get this, instead of being straight along, like we originally hoped for, like on that thingy, straight forged, straight thing, I could instead do it up with a bit of a squiggly kind of curve in there, so that way the edge accommodates for that bit. Then I can hammer it back straight again, and hopefully have a good solid tang. Now, I'm not too sure if this idea of mine is even going to work, but anyways, that's quite pleasing to me, because I think I've also got all the cracking out. One second. I'm pretty sure all the crack, yes, we were storing crack in there. But I don't know. I'm gonna stop thinking about it for today, because the more I think about it, the more it stresses me out. I don't want to be stressed out right now, so we'll come back to you shortly. It's now August the 6th, and we're back to keep working on Stress and Anxiety Incarnate. So I got more coal earlier from the Ferrier Supply. And the forge is ready to go, but the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to clamp this back in the vise so I can keep filing on that divot a bit more, just to make sure that I've gotten all the cracking out of there, because the last thing I want to do is forge all that nonsense any deeper into the tang than it already was, because deeper cracking could mean that it would mean that that's ruined. So it's going to skip you ahead a bit to whenever we got the forge burning and we're about to start working on the sword. So yeah, power of editing. There we go. Isn't editing something? You gotta skip me struggling to light the forge. Anyways, it's now getting hot. We'll put the sword in, and then we'll get to work. Yeah. I think we're ready, so here we go! we're all good. There. First heat. There we go. Let's see how this is doing for length once it cools down a bit more. Light frost effect. Man, it's hot. I think it's about time to start grinding this thing. I don't really see what else to do. Yeah. Alright, so the middle's too hot to touch, but this is done. The forging, at least. It's just about to the length I'd like it to be. So now we're gonna get to work on the grinding. Again, I really wish the other me's would be able to do that for me, but they... Don't hit your lights on, man. Is there somebody in there? Hold on, his room's light is on. I'm gonna go check that out real quick. Hang on a second. Okay, so Blake went to get a shower, but this guy was the guy in his room. He told me to call him Stahlhelm guy. He's got this this really thick German accent. Are you gonna say anything right now? Oh, okay. I guess that's it. But anyways, he offered to grind this thing for me, so we'll let him do his work now, I guess. Wait, are you marking that thing out to be a... No, we aren't making a flambers. Go! No, go! No, get out of here, away! We don't want a flambers, it's a straight sword, go on. That was odd, to say the least. You threw a glove at me. Well, yeah, that was really odd. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and seriously a flamberge. This is definitely not a flamberge. Anyways, I'm going to take the grinding guide, lay it out here, mark it all out, and we'll get to grinding. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Okay, so now I've got my headphones so I can have Sabaton blasting in my ears. I'm going to get the sword marked out, and we'll get to grinding. And I'm gonna turn it to a time lapse, and I'm going to start an Instagram live stream. Ooh, that's good. Check this out. Marking up the grinding guide. If you would focus. Oh shoot, the camera's getting too toasty. Let's zoom it out. There we go. If you look right there, we'll grind right through the bulk of both of the big nasties. I mean, we'll have a very good solid tang. Unfortunately, the camera is telling me it's getting a bit hot, so I'm gonna have to shut you off for a bit to let it cool down some. So I decided that I was getting a bit too delirious from how hot it was out here to just to keep grinding safely, because if I go too far, we gotta scrap the whole bloody thing. Is it a chopper? There it is. Hey. Hi, buddy. Anyways, so I decided I'm not gonna stop grinding for the day in case I screw something up. So instead, I took the grinding guide and marked out Stahlhelm guys input. I went ahead and marked out where all the grinding will go to, and I think you can really kind of see how this unsightly blank is going to turn into the beautiful and mighty Master Sword by the end of all this. So, yeah, I'm going to put the forge back, put the dolly away, roll the huge fan out of the way, put Betty back in, and call it a day. And that ought to do it. You know what? I think today was the last actual forging we have to do before the heat treat. After this, it's all grinding. And then there's the heat treat. I'm terrified of that, but I think that's all for now. Until next time.